Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be making a vegetable lasagna.
What you'll need is 1 courgette, 1 aubergine, 2 large onions, tomato puree, garlic puree, 2 cans of chopped tomatoes, parsley, olive oil, mild cheddar cheese, salt, black pepper, milk, plain flour, lasagna sheets and butter. Okay, to start I'm going to be cutting my courgettes into 1/2 centimetre slices, and then once I've done that I'm then going to be cutting my courgettes into quarters. Okay, now that the courgettes are done, I'll be moving on to the aubergine. I'm going to be slicing that up, and then I'm going to be cutting the aubergines into quarters like I did with the courgettes, as you'll see me doing here.
And I'm adding in my oil, and I'm going to let that heat up. Once that's done, I'm going to put my onions in, and then I'm going to let my onions cook for a bit in the oil. As you can see now, the onions have started to cook through, and then I'm going to give that all a stir together. And now I'm going to be adding in the garlic puree. I'm going to be adding in a generous amount, around 2.5 tablespoons here. Then you want to mix that all together. Then I added in my chopped up courgettes and chopped up aubergines from earlier. And once I've thrown them all in the pot, then I'll give that all a good stir, making sure my onions and my garlic puree are coating the aubergines and courgettes. Then I'm now adding my oregano, a good generous helping of that. And then again, now mix that all together, making sure the oregano's coating all of the food. And then now I'm putting in my chopped tomatoes. I give that a first mix up before I add in my second tin, just so I can get it all mixed in. Now I'm going to add my second tin of chopped tomatoes. And what I do is I just rinse out the chopped tomato tin and put a bit of water in there. That's the last bit you see me doing. Now mix it all together. And now I'm just going to add about a good helping of tomato puree in there as well. Give that a good stir together, making sure everything's combined. Now I'm going to be adding in my parsley. And again, give that a good stir. And it's on about a medium heat. Then I'm just going to cover that over. Next step for the lasagna is the bechamel sauce. So what I'm going to be doing first is I put butter, about 2 heat tablespoons of butter, into my pot, and I let that heat up. I don't want it to boil, I just want it to melt gently. And then once that's melted, what I'm going to be doing next, I'm going to be putting in some plain flour. Now I'm just gradually adding in the plain flour with the butter, and I'm taking it off the heat and giving it a mix together until it gets to a thick enough consistency. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the milk slowly, little by little, because I don't want it to go lumpy. Because you really do not want a lumpy bechamel sauce. That is not how it's meant to be looking. So now I've added in the rest of my milk. I'm adding in my black pepper, a good generous helping, and then a good generous helping of some salt as well. Mix that all together and let that heat up, and stir that occasionally just to make sure it doesn't go lumpy. Okay, Now let me check my sauce now, and that's looking so nice now. The consistency is wonderful. Now I'm just going to add in my salt, a nice generous helping, and a nice generous helping of some black pepper as well. We like a flavoursome food around here. There we go. Then give that all a good mix. That's looking wonderful, just so everything can be mixed together. And now I'm just going to check on my bechamel sauce, and again that's looking nice and smooth how I like it. Now in my baking dish I put the lasagna sauce first, then the bechamel sauce, then I layer that with some lasagna sheets, then I continue in that order: lasagna sauce, bechamel sauce, lasagna sheets. Once you get to the top, you just put bechamel sauce and then top it off with your cheese. Once I've topped it off with the cheese, then it is ready to go into the oven to cook. And if you have some lasagna sauce left over like I did, you can just put that in some Tupperware and put that in the freezer, ready to use for another day. And here we have it, the final result of my vegetable lasagna. Look at it, it looks amazing. It tastes just as good. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and make sure you get cooking, and if you do, let me know.